Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of June 6th through 12th of 2022. So just give me another minute here and the rest of your cards will be out, and then we can get right into your reading. It is your birth month, for most of you anyway. What is it again? May 22nd to June 21st. Is the Gemini span, I guess, of dates, of birth dates. Now, I know that some of you are, on the cusp, either at the beginning or the end of that time. And so then you'll want to be watching the reading that's either directly before or direct after, because that'll also apply to you in a certain amount. You'll be able to kind of pick and choose which of the things from both readings really apply to you, really resonate with you. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Well, this is quite the story we've got going here. So, first of all, you are usually very creative people. Like almost all the Geminis that I know just are, you have ways of thinking things and expressing yourself in ways that many other people just don't feel or don't think up or whatever. And so make sure you're continuing to express yourself in those ways, even though, some days or some weeks you might just not feel like it. But this week it's important to do that kind of stuff. It's like it'll bring you out of something that you're kind of not quite stuck in, but they're giving me this like tired eyes and just, like this, and expressing yourself through artistic creative things helps you to open and be like, oh, there's another world out here, right? Seems to me, I might have told you this last week or the week before, that you can be in your linear thinking brain a lot, and it doesn't serve you well to stay there. You need this balance. Everyone does, but it's like you need it more. So make sure that you're doing your creative endeavors as well. Okay, and so there's something with angels. Which direction do we want to go here? Okay, there's something going on in your life that is being held back by a need for forgiveness. It's something that it's like you can't, you're not really recognizing that you have not forgiven that person or event, whatever it is. There's something there that has been just holding you back, and you're not acknowledging that it's doing that. And so it's time to kind of seek that out, to definitely acknowledge it. If you're deliberately, if you're sitting there going, what do I need to forgive? And, I can't think of anything. No, your logic mind can't. You need this creative side, this feeling side to let that flow. And when you're not deliberately thinking about it, it'll come to you what this is. It could be something you did in your younger time. It could be something somebody close to you did, or somebody at work, or, something like that. It may also be that you know already and don't really want to face that. Give yourself the time to, to work up to that. That's fine. But make sure you do get to it. And offer forgiveness and make it heartfelt, right? Even if, there's something about, a person, there's something like, even if you don't know specifically what it is you are forgiving, if you don't know specifically what action it was, hold that person in your thoughts, in your mind, in your heart, and feel only good toward them. Pardon me. Make sure you're feeling the way forgiveness feels. when you're thinking about that person or that event or whatever. This is brand new. I have not had this until this moment. So this is partly to do with this reading. That you haven't been using your voice. It's like you've been stuffing stuff down, maybe to do with this forgiveness, maybe to do with other things. We'll get there yet. But so with this forgiveness, it's been really stopping your progress. And so as soon as you can let yourself or make yourself face this and offer that spirit of forgiveness to yourself, to somebody else, it could take you a little bit of time to fully get to, the point that you're actually done with that. And that's also totally fine. And when you've done that, then you'll be able to make bigger strides in your personal growth, in what you're doing, what you're looking to accomplish, all those things. Okay. So, this isn't a one and done, not usually anyway. Something that you've been holding unforgiveness toward, that you've been not really wanting to face, that's important to you. That's deep. That's big stuff. And forgiveness doesn't always come all at once. You might have to do that a bunch of times, okay, to make it finished. All right. Now, let's see. Yeah. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. There's something that, okay, I'm just being told that this is not for everybody. This is the part where I say, if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it there. It's for somebody else. No worries, right? But so working with kids is a thing that you are exceptionally gifted at. The kids seem to relate to you on a really great level. And so make the most of that, right? Really do relate to them. Some of them, they just need support. They just need somebody to believe in them. And you're really, really good at that. Yeah. So, if there's a school close by that or you're in your community or whatever, where you could go volunteer, or perhaps you're a daycare worker, perhaps you are a teacher, perhaps, you have kids of your own or grandkids. Make sure you're spending quality time with them because they need it. And you know what? It feels like you do too. So, perfect. So it feels like you're waking up, and you have been over quite a period of time. And so that means different things to different people. But either way, it's progress in your inner self, in how well you know yourself, in how you identify what your own behavior means, in how you identify what things trigger you from other people. And the more you get to know that, the more you can take full responsibility for yourself and everything that's happening in your life. And the more you do that, the more sensitive you get, because your awareness gets so big, right? So then things that you maybe wouldn't have really noticed 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, now you're really, really sensitive to. This is you becoming more aware. And this is, even though it doesn't really feel like it, it's a good thing. But so the key here then for you is to avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Right? So those are the things, the main things that many people will find trigger their sensitivities once they're more aware. And so it's like you owe it to yourself. Once you become more aware, things that are just too harsh for you, you're not, it's a bit of a conflict, like people will say things like, stop burying your head in the sand. Or like, what do you mean you don't watch the news? How will you know what's going on in the world if you don't watch the news? Or, no, you have to accept so and so. They're in our group, even though they're a really harsh person. Or, like, oh my gosh, vinegar doesn't clean adequately. You have to use these strong chemical products. All of those things are incorrect. You owe it to yourself to not put yourself in exposure to these people or things or situations or whatever. In terms of world events and things like that, what you need to know will come to your attention. You need have no fear about that. And the more you pay attention to the harsh things, the more harsh things you will be attracting. And you can't handle it anymore. And good. I mean, you shouldn't. This is how our world will progress, is by all of us who are getting more and more sensitive, refusing to place our attention on the harsh stuff, the evil, right? The less attention we pay to it, the less it can thrive. I know that that's an energetic concept and not everybody understands that or believes in that, but that's the point you're getting to in your sensitivity, right? In your awareness. And so this kind of leads into this next card is your intention. So what is your intention for yourself within your world and within the larger world, right? Whatever your intention is, that's where you want to put your attention. That's where you want to focus on what you want to happen. If there's things, the evil doings in the world, which yes, they do exist. I'm not trying to deny that they don't, and the guidance from the angels certainly doesn't deny that that exists. But the more focus you put on that, the more you create it, the more you build the collective consciousness of it. So the same is true for the good stuff. The more you focus on it, the more of it you create. And the more widespread it gets, the more creative consciousness or group consciousness can access it. So that's what we want to be building and promoting worldwide. Okay. And so also kind of along those same lines is the listening skills that you are gaining. And you've had them, I would say, for a long, long time. But your increased sensitivity, your increased awareness is making it so that you can hear things differently and better. You can get the intuitive messages the way I get them right here, right now, right? I open my mouth and start talking, and I don't know what's going to come out, same as you don't. Like, you and I hear it at the same time. And I do that partly because I'm listening to what's coming through. And so your ability to do that is definitely growing. And it's the most amazing feeling. There's this absolute sense of certainty that you know what's happening when you can listen to the greater consciousness, the collective consciousness. Okay. All right. So here we have the daily guidance cards. We'll ask for one last bit of wisdom. Okay. Family. Family is so important right now. It feels like it's a time for either planning or actually having family gatherings and acknowledging each other and holding everybody's strengths in your mind so that you can at some point mention it to them, so that so that they know you're paying attention. And so, you'll find that as you bring that into the conversation, everybody's strengths, what they're good at, what they shine, when they're doing, that creates even more of a close connection with this beautiful family of yours. That's lovely. And it feels like you're going to be witnessing more connections as well between different people within the family. And, you can talk about that if you want to out loud, but no need really. You can simply observe that and love it. Okay. All right, Gemini, there you go. There's your beautiful reading. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. And I will see you next time.